Hello, chat. Hello, chat. Welcome. This is our second day live from the American Folklore Society annual meeting in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thanks to everyone who saw us at our Airbnb last night playing Mafia. I know we had some sound issues, but it was an improvised stream, and I think we performed admirably for the conditions. But as we promised, as Daisy's been talking about forever, as I've been plugging forever, it's Friday at AFS, and we are doing an all-interview stream. If you come to the show to see the interviews with the folklorists, this is the most bang for your buck, because you are getting the most out of it tonight. Yeah, sorry if you wanted to play video games. Sorry if you wanted to play video games tonight, Simon. But
that's all right.
All right. Oh, I gave the game away because our first guest is here. We have Simon J Bronner. Simon, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So, first thing I want to plug kind of is you are on the organizing committee for the conference.
I'm the co-chair for the conference.
So, that must have been extremely interesting, challenging, difficult with the pandemic and everything. Can you give people like the short version of everything that had to happen to get this conference to happen this week?
It has been challenging. We've been planning this for years, truth be told, and we thought we would get 800 people here, and this was pre-pandemic. And as I hope you're able to see from the site, it really is an exciting place to meet with the river right by there and the Capitol a block away and so forth. But at one point in the pandemic, we thought we would have no in-person. Mm-hmm. Then we thought maybe we should do all virtual. Then the hybrid idea came up. And then maybe we should have the virtual the week before. And now you see that we've been folking all week, so to speak. And I hope that it's a compromise where everybody goes away with something and can feel that they're still engaged with other folklorists, either through virtual or through in-person means.
I think that's been the case for me so far, and also with a bunch of friends and colleagues of mine who I've been communicating with who aren't here. So thank you very much for making this happen. I think it's, it's been different, but I think it's been a success, and I think there is something for everyone.
I'm glad to hear that.
So I know we've already got people in chat, right, Shirley? We've already got people in chat, and I think we've got like some folklorists, some non-folklorists. Is that correct?
We do. We have fellow Folkwise members, Jared and Chrissy.
Oh, Jared and Chrissy are watching from elsewhere in the country.
We have Little Frog Heart.
Oh, hi, Susie.
We have Luomi.
Oh, great.
We have Jake Heskey, one,
Mm-hmm.
who is here to say, guess who has 2 thumbs and a job in his field.
Oh, Carl does. Cool.
Yeah, they can't hear me. You realize that?
Yeah. I know. So basically, we've got a good mix of. We've got we got folklorists in there. We've got some non-folklorists in there.
If my son's in there, he wants to talk about games.
Chat from Eastland said, "All right, Simon." Is that son?
Who is that? What's the name?
It is
Advanced Human?
Eastland, EAAS land.
I don't know.
I'm not sure of his handle.
Simon, for the non-folklorists in chat right now who might not have read Campus Traditions or might not know your work, I just saw you have the Penn State tie on, so I had to bring it back to college football. Oh, great.
But like you all. Indy is very rapt.
Oh, Indy the dog?
Indy and North Simon apparently.
So why don't you tell chat a little bit about what it is you study within folklore, and then I think what it is you study within folklore, but then you also do a lot else like in academia. So tell the chat a little bit about yourself.
Well, the kind of folklorist I am, as you might know, I use a definition of tradition, so I'm interested in all manifestations of tradition. So that goes across the spectrum from oral tradition to social traditions to material culture. Now, it is true that many people know me for material culture work, but I have tried to put my hand in a lot of things, including music as well as history. and foodways and other
Yeah.
kinds of genres. But the book you mentioned on campus tradition also deals with organizations and institutions and different contexts. And I was surprised at the time that I started doing that for folklorists who teach so many courses to college students of how little we have publicized or studied of our college students and their campuses, which are really places apart,
Yeah.
if you will. They're literally the field for many students between home and work, a liminal place. And there's a lot of drama that goes on in there about the dorms and legend telling, of course, game playing as well. Not all of it video game playing, some joke playing, rituals, had to deal with hazing, and also had to deal with administrative attempts at control of traditions on campus and student attempts to subvert that. And I think it's an ongoing process. I've suggested to the publisher that now I need a sequel or an epilogue for all the new internet stuff related to the pandemic that's coming out. So it's an ongoing story, but I think a fascinating one and an important one for folklorists, especially as they try to stay contemporary, not just deal with folklore as a relic of culture and of history, but one that's continually being renewed and varied in different places.
Interesting. I hope that that new epilogue or new chapter or new edition does come out. I'd be really interested in that. Yeah, I'm not gonna necessarily make you talk about video games, so don't be afraid. Unless you want to talk about the White Lady in Maple Story, which I know you know a little bit about.
I do. Everything I know about gaming is from my son. That's why I asked if he was online. My daughter also plays, but my son has taken me on as a project to try to get into the culture of gaming, and I am fascinated by it. And he was the one, I think I've had some influence on, who pointed out that there was, as he was playing Maple Story many years ago, he'll want me to say, so that he's not accused of being old-fashioned, but that there was this hack of the White Lady, and he told me stories that were circulating in the comments about who this White Lady is, some of it as a revenge motif, and there may be listeners who want to comment on the chat. I'd be curious. A revenge motif against the developers of this is a kind of statement of control. Others who did claim this sounds like the White Lady of yore, so to speak, of someone who died while playing the game, and this is the ghost of her coming back. So some treat her as toxic, some think that she's angelic in this case, but I know my son feels that she plays dirty tricks, which is another aspect that you can also analyze from a feminist point of view of what seems to be a male-oriented game, at least at the time. So I kept a file. I did not write it up, but I was waiting for other examples of these kinds of legendary hacks, if you will, and so I still have that file, and I'd be curious to do more with it because the whole area of hacks, I think, is a digital genre that has really yet to be explored. There are hack conferences, I know, and I'm wondering whether this topic comes up in terms of the cultural aspects or the context for these hacks. They're not just miraculous pranks, but they want to talk about them very often.
Also, there's also like the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Aesthetic school of like glitch art, of making art that looks deliberately like the code has gone wrong.
And certainly the use of avatars with mythological characters. And what interests me is the self-creative aspects of video gaming where you can create your own characters. And so the psychological aspect in me says, this is a great opportunity to look at these things and consciousness, if you will, of what people are attracted to in terms of myth and of legend. So many of the games, including one called Folklore, have that folkloric opportunity. I was on a dissertation on video games that also tried to make the case for persona folklore, not personal stories, but persona of people creating a persona in the story behind their avatars, if you will, that I hope will come out in book form at some point, to also point out this is an international phenomenon, and that also interests me, is the simultaneity of video games. My son, when he's on, and this also seems of a new social context, as simultaneous conversations while he's playing with bodiless people. And this is tremendous that you have this community that's very active. He knows people who are coming on by their handles. And
Hi, Kat.
yeah, and I can't have a conversation while I'm playing, but yeah, this is a new skill, I think, that they're managing. And the discourse that goes on seems to be part of the experience. The finished dissertation that I mentioned was very interesting. What is the experience of video games to the material culture of having a gamer chair and a gamer computer and even a gamer room? And right down to is there a flow, as some game theory will suggest, is there a kind of high that you get? I get frustrated, and my son also makes fun of me of not being able to get to another level, of pushing the wrong button, and so forth. So that discourages me, but there's certainly a friendly competition that occurs, and a discussion about people who do well and even miraculous kinds of results. So I see a lot of continuities there.
I'm not going to ask everyone about video games. That was a question I knew you would nail. Do we have any chat questions?
No specific questions.
Just people saying hi?
Mostly people saying hi. They're from Wisconsin. Little Frog Car mentioned that speed running is also kind of a game tradition.
Speed running, yeah, big game tradition.
And Little Frog Car also just mentioned there's a real attraction to frustration in certain kinds of games.
That's true.
Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Etc.
Dark Souls. Exactly. I'll ask you one more question, Simon, okay?
Okay.
What's your favorite all-time AFS memory?
Well, this is going back quite a few years,
Okay.
but it was while I was a student. And I will say that I didn't always know I would be a folklorist. I was always attracted to that. And there was someone, Louis C. Jones, may he rest in peace, who just out of the blue, I guess, recognized something in me and said, I think you should come to the American Folklore Society conference, because he could see I was getting a little disillusioned.
Oh, okay. Go for it. Keep talking.
Disillusioned with the process, as you know. Working on master's theses and dissertations can be daunting. Well, anyway, it was in New Orleans.
Oh.
And I went there, and if you want to talk about conferences as ritual experiences, I was all in. I was converted at that point through the conference experience. And one of them was staying up all night, hearing the music all night. I just have not seen an environment like that, and going to get chicory coffee at 3 a.m. there, but in a way, not that I was falling on my face, but actually feeling invigorated and seeing other folklorists take in what seemed to be this intense folkloric experience in that place. And I'm not sure I've ever had an experience like that matched it, but that's not to say that I haven't enjoyed other conferences. I have. All of them have been terrific, but I also remember the idea of the conference as ritual. And that there is something about all of us being together, feeling like community and family, and through that bonding and through the non-program events, even going out to dinner and having a good laugh, joke-telling competitions and what have you, I think there is a stronger bond and a stronger determination to continue to be a folklorist and to spread the good word of folklore.
Could you tap the top of your microphone? Perfect. All right, everyone. Ladders in chat for Simon. Simon, you can wave bye. You can wave bye to the chat. Yeah, this camera. But Simon, thank you so much for coming on. Bring in Lohman.
Well, I do have a confession that I was a radio DJ in college.
I can tell. You do. Yeah, you have a great. What? You have like a. What would you call that? A sonorous baritone or a basso profundo?
WHOW 94.5 FM, historic point for music in the Southern Tier.
That's awesome.
I still remember that one.
Hello, how are ya? Nice to meet you.
Hi, John. How you doing?
I thought I was doing well, but I cannot get on a microphone after Jon Lohman does. And
Well-
so I'm remotely close to intelligence.
So the way this is gonna work when it's your turn to answer the questions, just
Wait,
tap
I
the
didn't
top
just
of the
do that?
mic. Just tap
Oh.
the top of the mic, and it'll go rainbow. Yep. Just once.
Oh, you gotta drink it, man. That's
Cool. And
I wanted the Jon Lohman comment to be on the air. It didn't happen?
We'll just.
What are you doing right now? Playing like elevator music or something? What are you-
No, it's on you.
Oh.
Yeah, you're on.
Am I on?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Can we mute it for just a second? I'm gonna intro you. Just
What do you want me to do?
tap the top.
You don't make the guess work.
Well, too late. Hi, everyone.
top.
Hey, tap the top, John. Hey, everyone. We're here with our second guest chat.
Oh, my.
This is Jon Lohman
I'm not
from
allowed to
the.
push this?
You can put it to reply, yeah.
Reply. Can we just leave it on?
We were getting an echo when we were
Oh
leaving
my
it on.
god.
Yeah. Well,
I thought you young people were so tech savvy. What's going on here? You can have an interview and leave the mic on.
Probably should try. You're my further down.
Which way? This way?
Yeah.
Don't worry about the cord, but yeah.
But here, let's go. Let's extend.
This way. Yeah.
Well, don't go too far.
Can you see me? Am I still in frame?
You're right on the end of the frame.
Okay.
Oh, is this video?
Yeah.
Oh,
That camera.
Are you get?
There's a live. There's a live.
Are you
chat.
getting echoes?
Did you read the consent?
Did I read the what?
consent form?
No, I did not read the consent. I signed it. I didn't read it.
Yes. It's.
Why?
video.
What am I consenting to?
It's a live stream.
Pushing this button?
There's chat is talking. There's a live
All
chat
right.
talking.
All right, let's roll.
There's folklorists. There's
Chat
non-folklorists.
is getting minor echoes.
Minor echoes when not right now when I'm muted.
I guess.
Hello. Testing 1 2. Testing.
Okay.
Just don't talk so loud.
We can have both mics on, and then when we get to the actual.
Here, look. If you would just move this arm out to here, okay? Which will be plenty of slack to do so. In
Okay.
fact, I would do it, but I'm scared of spilling.
I gotcha.
So let's just move this thing out.
Make sure we're still
Let's
in the
get
shot.
all on
Make sure
it.
we're still in the
Oh,
shot. Shirley.
video. I'm sorry. I forgot about video.
Shirley, how much room does he have to go out?
You have a pain in the ass guest who's having trouble pushing the button on and off.
He's
and
having
on.
fun. He's having fun.
No, I'm not having any fun right now.
You
All
want
right.
this? Do you want
I will
this?
just tell me on off.
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 All right. Okay, chat. We're back. If you have, of course, if you have questions, Shirley will cue them up to me. But here we have from the. I'm gonna get the Center for Cultural Vibrancy.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just do this. That's it.
We've got Jon Lohman. John, tell the people at home a little bit about yourself.
All right. I am Jon Lohman, and I'm a folklorist. I've been one, public folklorist, as we say in these conferences, and for 20 years. So for 19 of those years, I was the state folklorist of Virginia, based in the Virginia Foundation for the Humanities. At the time, I was the only state folklorist based in the humanities rather than the arts. Well, not just the arts. There are other places, historic preservation. Different states all do it differently. We're kind of a weird piecemeal field that way. A lot of us are state folklorists and are governors never know that they have a state folklorist. It's like we kind of decided that for ourselves. I think that was an error in the field in some ways. In other ways, it was a good thing because we kind of lay under the radar a little bit. So anyway, I did that for 19 years until I left during COVID to start my own organization, which you just mentioned. So I guess that's me. I mean, that's me in this field. There's a lot of me outside of it, but this is me here. Hold on. All right, push the button.
Yeah. So, wait. First off, can I get like a cheer for Virginia?
Hey,
Virginia! We got two Virginians out there.
That's right.
Yeah, we got some Virginians.
We're blue for at least another 2 weeks.
So.
Well, how do you feel about West Virginia?
Whoa!
Hold on.
We got it.
What do you think about West Virginia?
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, we're not gonna. This is all.
I'm gonna spare the. Oh no! Answer that question. How do you feel about West Virginia?
Listen. Oh, we got to get this thing on. Good.
Yep.
Hold on a second.
Yep.
Yeah, I got. Let's get it up there.
Chat, ask questions.
Hey, look. When the engineer's singing John Denver songs, you know we're in trouble. What do I think about West Virginia? I think it's an amazing place, West Virginia. It's and it's funny because when you're a state folklorist, you don't dip your toes across the line that often, which is kind of funny. I did much more in North Carolina and Maryland and Tennessee, honestly, than West Virginia, which is crazy. But there's various reasons, and I'm kind of scared of them, actually. No, I'm kidding. No, it's a very rich place culturally, yeah. But it's different than Virginia because Virginia encompasses, coastal region and major metropolitan area in Washington, D.C., and then, of course, the Tidewater, which is a whole different thing, southern Piedmont, southern Appalachia. So it's, whereas West Virginia is predominantly Appalachia.
Yeah.
And it's not maritime culture. So it's more concentrated, I think, if you were there, on various things that emanate from that type of environment. So what was the question? What do I feel about West Virginia?
West Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia's not trying to get West Virginia back.
We're not. We're gonna let them do their thing, and we'll do ours, and we'll be fine. There's actually football, which I think sports is part of folk, very much so. Virginia Tech, which is in Blacksburg. All right, the Hokies. We got a Hokie out here, and as you know, maybe back in the day, they were in the same conference as West Virginia.
Yeah, we were.
They weren't in the ACC at that time, so it was a big rivalry. It was huge, and some of the jokes that you'd hear on the radio down there in Blacksburg about West Virginia were really, it would make Dan Benamos blush.
Would we get demonetized if
What's
you
that?
told one? If you told one, would we get
Yeah.
demonetized?
Well, yeah. What is demonetized? You guys monetize? How are you monetized?
Yeah, we're monetized.
What is your source? Can I ask you a question?
Question for Shirley.
What are you guys? What is this, Folkwise? I'm
What
not
is
familiar with
Folkwise?
it because there's such a horrible divide in our field between anyone over frickin' 30 and everybody else.
Carrie, you want to do the spiel? You want to do the spiel, Carrie?
All right. And this is not new. This is endemic to our field. I remember being at these things.
The short pitch is we are public access television, but online.
Okay.
What about folklore?
Well, that's better than public access television.
Hey, yeah. Hear that shot? You're better than public access.
Yep.
Your mic on.
I know. I'm shouting.
PBS.
Why don't we just share a mic? Let's do it like the
For
let's do it like
COVID-
the Stanley Brothers
Like
used
for
to do.
COVID. For COVID, I was a little scared,
But
but
we're not gonna get up like Mick and Keith. We're gonna do like a. Do you have a?
With the arm in.
we could do that. We might do that. We might do that for the next one.
What if he kiss?
That being said, when I was at Virginia Tech,
On film.
we were fighting with UVA because that
Not
was
for
a real
free.
rivalry.
That's for Patreon.
So, Patreon content.
Do you want me to push the blue button?
No, keep
All right,
talking.
okay. It's green now.
What is your all-time favorite AFS memory?
I will tell you. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's one that first came to mind. How about that? I don't know
Go
if it's
for
my
it.
favorite. It was in Memphis, Tennessee.
Which year?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you know, Simon?
It was 80s, as I recall.
No, 90s. It had 90s because I was in grad school, and I gave a paper which was semi-disastrous, and it wasn't my fault. It actually wasn't my fault at all. It was the moderator's fault, whose name I will go nameless.
Okay.
He used to come to these things. I haven't seen him in a long time. It was for Dan Crowley. It was a thing for him. All the focus of my academic work was Mardi Gras, Carnival. I worked with Roger Abrams, who it's a shame that you all probably didn't get to know Roger. He was something else, man. I mean, he was my advisor, and I use quotes when I say that because he didn't really advise me, you know. He was really wild and kind of out there by the time I was, again in quotes, working with him.
Yeah.
But he was so interesting and brilliant. So I don't know how I got on the subject of Roger Abrams. Does anybody else remember?
The
Memphis.
Crowley lecture.
So anyway, yeah. So we're in Memphis, and I went out with a couple things happened at that one. One of them was
1999.
okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
So we had so I was in grad school still, right? That was like the end of my grad school thing, and a number of things went down. There's a food delivery over here. What are the guests? Where's the hospitality? Like, I asked for those little sandwiches, not the. No, this is I wanted but it's a triangle. I wanted. All right, sorry about that. Memphis.
Memphis.
So they had a reception. Were you there, Simon? Memphis? Yes. So they had a reception, if you remember, at what became the Civil Rights Museum, but it was the Lorraine Hotel, where Martin Luther King was assassinated. And they were just starting, remember? Just starting it. And so we walked. So I walked with this big pack of folklorists to the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis. And Memphis is particularly where we were, it's a pretty dark town. I mean, at that time, it was really abandoned. You know, any city that has FedEx as its main thing, which is a kind of a weird business, like, all night, just putting packages. And it was just kind of it did have a distinctly, like, it's been on hard times kind of feel to it, you know? And we get to the Lorraine, so I'm walking with the most awkward people, you know, like this pack of like completely awkward people. And I mean that lovingly, you know.
Sure.
My colleagues were all out there trying to find this place. Were you part of this? Were you there?
I think so.
And you were not one of the awkward ones.
No, he was in the pack.
He was leading it. No, but at that time, the Lorraine Hotel had this flickering sign, like the Lorraine. And there was a balcony, and on the balcony was just like a wreath. And that was the balcony he got assassinated on, right? And then you go in, and there wasn't much in there, but remember they glassed in his room? So they actually took his hotel room that he was in right before he got shot. They knocked the wall out and put a glass panel there, and you could just look into the room. There's like cigarettes in the ashtray, really crazy. But that's not the memory I was going to bring up from Memphis.
Okay.
Memory I was going to bring up from Memphis, and then I'll shut up. You invited me here, okay? I was minding my own business. I went out with a woman who is now teaching in Indiana, Pravina Shukla.
My advisor.
Okay.
My PhD.
So I went out with Pravina, and then the guy whose name I would go unmentioned because he was the moderator that ended up. No, he wasn't. Actually, there was a different moderator. It wasn't him. Peter Tchaikovsky. Remember him? From L.A. UCLA? Yes. So the three of us went out, and Nick Spitzer gave us recommendations of where to go. And we went to the coolest bars.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, I went to see Al Green preach. Like, he has a church. I went to his church. So Memphis was fun. Pittsburgh was fun in its own way. I mean, each one is... I would say that as a grad student, they're not as much fun because, you know, we had to give a paper and to get reimbursed to go. And it was really stressful because, you know, we didn't really, you know, there were all these people. It was big, you know, obviously a lot of people and we're just the kids that are, you know, given these papers that nobody comes to and trying to get a job, and there's no jobs, and it's really stressful. So I was definitely like traumatized from AFS, from all that. And she's laughing over here, and didn't come back for 5 or 6 years. And then when I did, it was scary, you know, because I'd see all the professors, and But over the years, and I have not been good about coming. I don't come enough. But if it's within close distance like this, Harrisburg, I haven't registered yet, but there is a sticker there is a lanyard waiting for me. I just got here today. It's now it is a very nice thing. It's very nice to see, especially after this pandemic. It's really nice to see some people that are here. It's been really nice. So, but anyway, so tell me just real quick about this. It's a video stream. And then do you record them and save them? And you can watch them later?
YouTube.
Oh God. And I signed up for that?
Yep.
So you're gonna put my name on it?
In the credits, it'll be all interviews.
Try to be discreet with
Your
the
name's
name.
on the
No,
screen
real.
right now.
All right.
You wanna
We'll
take a
talk
look?
about the recording.
Okay.
We gotta obscure the name to protect.
Signed it.
I know, but I didn't know what I was just trying to hook him up. Don't. It's not
Why
good.
you read things before you sign it?
You want me to walk off this set? Because I will.
Are there questions in the chat?
Don't get saucy with me, Bernays.
Questions in chat?
Not really.
Did
Comments
you-
on grad school memories. This problem is unique to grad school, you say. In Bringerwood says.
Oh, that's Lydia. Lydia Bringer from Mon.
What is she asking or saying?
She said that your problem is not unique to grad
Yeah,
school.
she commented, this problem is unique to grad school, you say. And it seemed to be.
Like no, it's not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's unique to grad school. I'm just telling you what I experienced. I'm not claiming some kind of yes. Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to claim anything. I'm just saying
Do
that
you
was my
remember
experience.
going down Beale Street? Because that was before the revitalization.
Yeah, I mean, just
It
being.
was authentic.
Yeah, I mean, I was asked for money so many times, and it was real down and out. It was.
Explanation, specifically the looking for a job part and insecurity about scholarly value.
Ah, yeah.
What was the question?
The part specifically looking, like, I'm looking for a job, and all you're saying.
Was
Yeah.
that my dude?
Can you screw this back? Swing it like you said. People, ladders in chat.
Can we wrap this up?
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, we're done.
Ladders in chat for John, people.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
I didn't realize it was permanent on my permanent record.
No, we
We'll
can.
talk about that. Sorry, you gotta help me.
We won't do anything you're actually uncomfortable with.
Yeah. Message me if you actually want to get caught when we.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
Right?
Thanks, John.
Hey, listen, I want to say something about Dom.
What are you gonna say?
This guy worked his ass off at the National Folk Festival.
Thank you.
Your ass off.
Thank you.
He really did, and it was a thankless
This part?
job too.
No, this
In
part.
Salisbury or?
Make it swing
Salisbury,
the other way.
yeah.
Thankless job. And he did it with
We got updates.
grace
I did
and
a plum.
And a plum. Yeah.
There it is.
There we go. That's how we're gonna get it to go to this.
All right, that was okay. Hi, Mike. That was Jon Lohman. I'm gonna have this mic like it's live, but then just not
Hey,
actually
Carrie,
talking about
gonna
it.
take
can you
off.
type in the
Okay.
next guest for me?
Can I do what?
Type in the next guest.
I don't think she knows how. Unless it's on.
Fuck. It's not.
I don't think she knows how. Just
Here, let me break
Can
the
you go
whole
to-
system.
can you click the one that says? Can you click the one that says BRB? I got it.
Let an adult do
Shirley,
this.
say we're going to break.
We're going to break. Break time. Bye.
Let me know when we're set, Cheryl.
Okay, let's.
Whose is this? This is yours.
That's mine.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It's just water.
Is that in shot? Is the water in shot?
I can take it off.
No.
Cool. Well, we're good. We're good.
Okay, let's do sound check real quick with the new mic setup.
Hey, I'm talking here. I think I'm gonna be talking at this volume the whole time. How does that look, Shirley? How's the sound, chat?
Chrissy says sounds good.
Okay, great. Let's get going. I'll pretend like I'm speaking to this.
Those Maryland socks?
Yeah, they are Maryland socks. You know me.
Yep.
Fairy tellers say we both sound great.
Hey, thanks, Fairy Tellers. Can't wait for you to come on the show soon. All right, everyone. We're back. We've got our next guest. This is William Chavez. Hi. We've not met before.
No.
We've not met. First time I'm meeting you. Tell a little bit of chat about, who you are, where you're coming to Harrisburg from, and a little bit about what you study.
Yeah. My name's William. I'm in the Department of Religious Studies at the University of California, Santa Barbara.
Nice.
Home of the Gauchos.
Yes.
Not the far superior. not the far superior banana slugs,
Yep.
which is Santa Cruz.
Like Pulp Fiction, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would have loved to be a banana slug. Gauchos are fine. They're this like South American cowboy. To this,
Argentine cowboy.
yes,
Argentine, yeah.
To this day, our campus is infested with raccoons.
You know they're my favorite animal.
They're amazing.
They're the
really
best.
they're really cute once they don't claw you. and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But there was a student petition to replace the gaucho with the raccoon, which is great. The gaucho, if you look it up, Google it, looks like a cross between Mr. Slave from South Park
Okay.
and the Hamburger.
Okay.
It has like the black over the eyes and everything. And so just put the dumb gaucho look over a raccoon, instantly a better mascot.
Yeah.
But it was shot down, didn't happen. But so I am a gaucho. I am in religious studies. More specifically, I'm an Americanist. I study religion in the United States.
Hell yeah.
Even more specifically than that, I study exorcism, the practice of exorcism
Ooh.
in the United States.
Fascinating.
Both the contemporary practice and popular mediaization,
Nice.
since they both go in tandem.
Yeah. Is it true that there is like we're living in like the all-time like high point for performed exorcisms right now?
So it's incredibly difficult to document.
Oh, of
And
course.
so I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
You know, the
Is that like tradcath propaganda I get from like Intimuggles? Okay.
So it is. So this is the clarification.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely an increase of exorcism in the public sphere,
Yeah.
and in media, in discourse, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, got it.
But I don't have the numbers to tell you where it was. Three generations ago.
1973, yeah.
It spiked in 1973. What was it in the 20s and the 40s, etc.?
Sure.
That part I can't tell you. The church has those records.
Got it.
But post 2004, especially, because there's like we're still living in the aftermath of the Satanic Panic.
Yes.
Right? And so after the Satanic Panic, which is roughly 80 to about 93 of satanic ritual abuse, that type of moral panic scare, a lot of exorcism ministries, both Catholic and Protestant, rose to confront these like satanic conspirators, right? And so even if there was no far-reaching underground network of people molesting kids and that kind of stuff, or by today's standards, hanging out in pizza parlors, even if their evidence of that did not come out to be true, the exorcists still rose in numbers to confront them.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting aspect of folklore still having institutional impact years later, because even though the Satanic Panic ended, or not so ended, but at least the height of it ended in 83, it still carried off well into the 90s to the point that the Catholic Church revises the rite of exorcism in 1998. They institute a course in 2004 at a Roman institute to train exorcists, not only on the fear of Satanism, but on the practice of exorcism. There's an official letter from John Paul II that he wants an exorcist in every major diocese. Exactly. And so there are there's the rise of the International Association of Exorcists that starts in 1990 is officially accepted in 2014. So there are institutional ramifications for a popular, scare that arises in folklore. And so it's really fascinating to study.
It really
so
is.
in that sense, yes, there is an increase.
Okay.
But again, that's kind of getting around the fact that we don't have concrete numbers to explicitly, validate those concerns.
I see you have a first timer badge on.
Yes.
All right. Congratulations on coming to AFS. Hey! So I won't ask you your favorite AFS memory because how could you have one so far? But I will say, what's your favorite paper you've seen so far?
Ooh. So just today, I went to one on black ornithologists.
Oh.
Which was really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know this was a thing. There was like a 2020 like Karen episode of a black ornithologist
In
like
the Bronx?
something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
I'm bad. I'm a Texan, and my joke is we know Texas very well. We know nothing outside of it. And so maybe. And so I forget where it was.
I used to work at a bird museum.
New York.
Central Park.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
They both have the same last name.
Yeah, Cooper. John Cooper and Amy Cooper, as I learned today. And so, yeah, like, he
Oh,
asked
yes,
her to.
yes.
Apparently, it's again, like, you should leash your dogs. because
Yes,
they,
I remember this.
Provoke birds
I
and do other
remember this.
things and ruin things for nice ornithologists. And so he asked her he asked the woman to leash her dog, and then she,
Tried to call it
seeing nothing but preconceived notions of a black man, feels threatened, calls the police, and all this other stuff.
The Central Park Karen, yeah.
I knew nothing about this. There's also, like, documentaries about black ornithologists.
The Ward brothers, right?
The one that she showed was the Falconer. And there's
Okay.
another
Okay.
one.
Oh, the Falconer, yes.
Yeah. I knew nothing about this, and so it's really interesting of how there's books. I think the one that she referenced was called "Black Faces, White Spaces," about how whites have kind of colonized the wilderness as white, to the point that when someone who's not enters into that space, it's sort of you don't belong.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be in an urban area, and so why are you in the wilderness?
It's the
Why do you care about
wilderness.
birds?
Yeah.
This is white man territory, and so it's quite interesting that ornithologist itself is a racialized ontology.
Yeah.
If you are an ornithologist, ideally they are presumed to be white, and therefore, if you're a person of color, it clashes with that racialized ontology.
Yeah.
And that was fascinating. I just heard that today.
That is. And
that
do you
talk.
remember who gave that talk?
Ooh, Patricia Turner, I think.
Pat Turner, yeah.
I think I was gonna go.
Absolutely. She's great.
Do
right?
I win like $5?
You get to pet Mothman.
Yeah, you're catching me on a long day.
You got it. No, you nailed it.
And I present tomorrow, and so.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
8:30
At
a.m.
8:30. You need to get and get
I
to
need to
sleep
get
then.
to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do all sorts of stuff.
People, ladders in chat for William.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you got the shipbird emoji, drop some birds for William. I think he's earned it. Say hi. That camera. Say hi to
hello.
Twitch.
Hello. I
Hi.
didn't even know I was on camera.
Yo, yeah.
I was just looking at you.
No, we're on Twitch.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, you signed the thing.
I mean, I did sign it.
Okay.
You worded that correctly. I did sign it.
Hi, we'll say hi to Twitch.
Hello,
Twitch.tv/Folkwise. Say hi to Twitch.
I'm helping out a friend. I'm happy to be here. So.
Hey, thank you, friend.
All good people. But yeah, this was lovely.
Thank you.
Let's
lovely.
chat again in the future.
let's chat again and enjoy the rest of your conference.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been fun.
Ladders for William, people.
Thank you.
Can I just be the annoying like side shouter?
Please.
To Andy on Conan.
Yeah, we need more of that.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I love being the side shouter.
Yes.
Are you all?
I'm the yeah.
Oh no, we're still on camera. We're just bannering though. Yeah. What?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right,
Yeah.
who's next?
Take care. Have a good night.
All right, I need SE here.
Oh no, we getting Diamond Jim?
I filled it out. Oh, here it is.
Can we put your name as Diamond Jim?
Tomorrow.
You can call me that if you want.
Oh, we want. No, I'm saying, do you want it to say that on video, like in like the name tag?
I trust you all to handle it well.
Okay.
Am I in the hot seat?
You're in the hot seat.
Okay. Do you want this on or off?
Whatever you prefer, and you let me know if you want mine on or off.
You're fine.
Okay.
Is that camera on? Should I not have the on?
Camera's on. Camera's on. Mic's on.
Good to know.
Shirley, let us know when you're ready.
We're good.
We're good. We're going.
Yeah, you're good.
Everyone, I am here with an old friend of mine. I did not mean to.
I thought you were just gonna say old.
I'm here with I'm here with someone who remembers the Nixon administration.
Not personally.
Oh, but you keep it alive in spirit.
That's fair.
Everyone, hello, Folkwise. We are here with Diamond Jim Seaver. Jim, how you doing?
I'm doing great. That's the best introduction I've had in a while.
Yeah, not since Spiro Agnew has anyone introduced you so well. I am the one with the Maryland socks, though. So.
That's nice.
Jim, you and I go way back.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I'll think some people in chat might know you. I know Jared and Chrissy are watching.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but why don't you tell the chat a little bit about who you are and what you study?
So my name's Jim Seaver. I did my PhD in history with a minor in folklore at Indiana University, and I'm still in Bloomington. I'm an affiliate scholar at the Indiana University Institute for Advanced Study, among other things. I also have spent the past decade working in the wine industry. So, like you do. Alcohol and academia, they go together hand in hand.
How many AFSs have you been to?
My first AFS was AFS Louisville in 2008.
Wow.
Yes.
Have you haven't been to every one since 2008, have you?
I didn't go to Long Beach or Providence, but I've been to every other one since then.
Sure. Oh, hold on. Is there a problem? No. Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, we didn't know if I had to fix something.
I figured they were getting the censorship button, so they could beat me
Yes,
out
they were getting the demonetized
for
button.
all
Yeah.
the profanity that's coming.
What's a good way to prompt you to do some profanity? No, you know what? This might not be what you well, actually, this could be what you study. Okay, because tales of your legendary Christmas parties have traveled far and wide. But you
Wow.
presented today, today.
No, this morning.
This morning
8:30.
about Jell-O.
I did.
Tell the people about Jell-O.
So it was a little disconcerting when I arrived at the conference yesterday, and somebody brought somebody else up to introduce them to me and said, "This is Jim, the Jell-O guy." And I was like,
no.
No. I do not want to be pigeonholed. I'm not sure this is what I want to be known as. And then they brought up my dissertation topic and what that was about, and I was like, no, I'm cool with the Jell-O guy. So yeah, I have this strange interest in mid-century foodways that our grandparents ate.
Yeah.
And in particular, things that we would consider inedible today. So I want to say it's been at least 5 years. About 5 years ago, I decided I wanted to start doing a holiday party for a few friends in the Bloomington area. And, so many people do holiday parties. And I was like, what can make mine different? So I created a ground rule that everybody had to bring a dish that originated between 1935 and 1975. It could be a family recipe, it could be something from a community cookbook, it could be something weird that they had seen posted online. But those were the ground rules. And it was restrictive in the sense that there was a chronological boundary established around it, but it was liberating in the sense that nobody had to feel offended if everybody hated the food they brought.
Oh.
And the long-running joke is that most of the food ends up getting thrown away at the end of the night so everybody can go to a drive-thru on the way home. So I try to have at least one Jell-O mold in the on the buffet line every time I've done this. And yes, this year I presented about Jell-O at AFS. So
You are now the Jell-O man.
I am now the Jell-O guy of the American Folklore Society.
Can I tell the chat about the most disgusting thing I ever ate in my life?
Can I stop you?
Yeah, you can stop me now.
No, go for it.
It was the ham and bananas
It was
hollandaise.
so bad.
It was so bad.
bad.
And I'm pretty sure the recipe was executed perfectly. It's just the worst thing I've ever eaten.
It was literally hot bananas wrapped in ham and smothered in a powdered, mixed up hollandaise sauce.
Yes.
It was a mouthfeel issue.
It was a very acerbic mouthfeel.
Well, it was like I have to imagine that eating roadkill.
No, that's mean to roadkill.
Sun for several hours is comparable in flavor. We were filming reaction videos.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
I make such a genuine face in mine.
I think I said, I took a bite, I stopped, my face scrunched up, and I think I said something like, "This is not okay."
Mm-hmm. Who made that?
Elise Anderson.
Elise Anderson.
Esteemed ethnomusicologist.
Esteemed
now based in
ethnomusicologist at the Uyghur Human Rights Project.
Yes. She made me horrified that we just linked her to that.
Oh, to ham and bananas
to the ham and bananas
No, I
hollandaise.
think she does important work, but the ham and
That's
bananas
true.
hollandaise.
Yes, she does admirable work when she's not hurting people with her cooking.
I have one more story for you. I'm sorry, one more question.
Go
and
for
I think
it.
I want to ask it backwards.
Oh.
What's your
okay.
least favorite wine?
Least favorite wine? Okay. I'm afraid to offend people in the Deep South, but so I had a chance a few months ago to taste Scuppernong and Muscadine wines from North Carolina. And I had never had those varieties of wines. They're legendary.
Okay.
So there's certain grapes that will only grow in the Deep South and the coastal South, in the Carolinas, Virginia. and they won't grow elsewhere. And they are known for having like beach ball size grapes with a really thick skin.
Yeah.
And a very foxy quality to them. That's the word in wine speak.
Yeah.
And I actually took them back to the winery where I work and had coworkers taste them. They no longer trust me to ever give them anything of quality.
Oh my God.
And we should have been filming reaction videos for that. So no offense to people in the Carolinas, but I'll keep drinking the stuff I have been drinking, and I'll leave the Scuppernong and Muscadine wines to you.
Does anyone have a question for Jim in chat?
Food0114 says, Jim, you need to come get your bowl from us.
That's
That would be Caroline.
That's Sam.
And
Oh,
then
Sam, okay.
Yeah.
Also ask Jim about aspic, ASPIC.
Aspic.
What do you want to know?
Explain what aspic is to people who were born in the Clinton administration.
Okay. An aspic, I describe it as a savory jello. Oftentimes you will find vegetable components in it, but more often than not, you will find something like beef broth.
Cool.
Or beef consomme
Yeah.
in it. I once made a tomato aspic in the shape of a salmon jumping out of a river and festooned it.
Festooned?
Yes, it's a great word. I festooned it with all sorts of ornamental vegetables. And it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. It's kind of like a Subway sandwich. You're never going to do better than a 6 on a 1 to 10 scale. You're never going to do worse than a 4. So.
All right.
Jared wants Jim to know that he loves him.
Oh, Jared loves
shucks.
you.
Well, tell him that whenever I do something wrong at AFS this weekend, I've been telling people my name is Jared Schmidt, and I'm from the University of Wisconsin.
Oh my God, Dom. So apparently I've been just merging Jim, John, and Jared into one person.
Jimrid?
Well, I'm the only one here in person, so
Hey,
I
take
would.
that.
No, wait, it was Jim, John, and Joel that I was merging
Oh,
into
Joel's
one
here.
person
Yeah.
in the group chat.
Yeah.
I
Joel's-
did.
Suddenly they separated out like a prism.
And you figured it out. You finally figured it out.
I did get to be John Price's stunt double
That's right.
in our panel this morning. So I read a paper on the NFL, which is the most sports talk I have ever done in my life.
Yeah.
My twin brother, who's a diehard Packers fan, is going to be so proud of me.
Ah.
You should have done did you have a football jello mold?
Yeah, football jello mold. would
Had
have been tight.
I wish I had had the forethought to do that. So next time.
Next time.
All right, chat. Drop some ladders for Jim. You got like a diamond emote. Drop that too. But
Take it.
all right,
Okay,
this
I'm out
was
of the
a
hot
great
seat?
interview, Jim. Yeah, you're out of the
I
hot
appreciate
seat.
it,
Say bye
yeah.
to Mothman.
Goodbye, Mothman. Oh,
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no.
He's dead.
I have too many bridges to drive over on the way home to have that happen.
Ost fell, but he's behind.
Was that joke too soon?
No, it's
Okay.
fine. It's since the 60s.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks.
Shirley, do we need to cut to break, or are you ready for next?
We have our next guest here already.
Cool.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
That's good.
You ever been on Twitch before?
No, I've just watched you guys.
Oh, good. No, well, that's what I mean. If you've logged onto the website, you
Oh,
generally
yeah.
you get how it works.
I
There's
do.
Chad is watching us.
Yes.
Just say hi. But yeah, first, hey, just introduce the question I ask everyone. Introduce yourself to chat. Tell everybody what you study.
Okay. I'm Jeanmarie Rouhier-Willoughby, and I study Russian folk religion.
And what does that entail?
Well, right now what it entails is not much because I can't go to Russia because all the borders have been closed. But
On a non-plague year, what does that entail?
in a non-plague year, what it entails is going to holy springs in western Siberia and talking to people who believe that the springs are holy and watching rituals enacted and processions and documenting all of that and then writing about it.
What's kind of like your what's like a ritual or procession that stands out from your field work?
So there's really an amazing one that involves a train. You have to get on a train
Okay.
in one of the major cities in the region, and you ride the train for a while, and then the train stops at mile marker, well, it's kilometer marker, 132, and you get off the train following the priest, and you walk to the spring.
That's
So
cool.
it's a combo, because this spring is so hard to get to that you can't just walk the whole way.
Yeah.
Right? Which most of the ones, it's like a 30-kilometer walk, procession, whatever.
Yeah.
Pilgrimage. So, yeah. But what's interesting about these springs, and the reason I study them, because springs are a dime a dozen in Russia, so you could study springs.
Okay.
But a lot, is because they're on former prison camps.
Whoa.
So there are Stalin-era prison camps that have been deemed holy.
Yeah.
So my question is, why would you take a place of death, mass death,
Yeah.
and turn it into a holy spot?
And you can't like sum that up in a sentence, can you? That's a whole paper.
It's a whole book.
It's a whole book.
But I mean, part of it is redeeming the past. Part of it is that within the Orthodox tradition, there is a martyrdom, idea, and so the people who were killed at camps by the Soviet authorities are perceived as being martyrs for the faith to some extent.
Yeah.
And so the ground has been sanctified because of their deaths. So that's a short answer.
That was a good answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, concise. Chat, let me know if that was a good answer. How many AFSs have you been to?
Oh my God, I've been coming to AFS since I was a grad student. Mm-hmm. And I was a grad student in the 90s.
Okay.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your all-time favorite AFS memory?
My all-time favorite AFS memory, there's a lot of good AFS memories, but probably the dance party at the New Orleans
Ooh.
conference was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where was where was that? Describe what part of New Orleans, what was playing, etc.
Well, it was a local, Cajun band,
Uh-huh.
and it was just the best dance party ever.
So cool.
And there's nothing better than being in New Orleans.
Oh, absolutely.
And all the folklore of New Orleans. So I'd say that was probably my favorite memory.
Yeah. New Orleans is like, that city's got like a lot of death and a lot of life.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Which is great for folklore.
Exactly. What's your favorite thing you've seen at the conference so far?
Oh, the favorite thing I've seen at the conference so far. Well, in a kind of weird way, it was something that I presented, but it wasn't mine.
Oh, yeah. Just like our last guest was talking about. Yeah.
So it was Bill Ellis, who was supposed to be on the panel that I was on,
Yep.
but who couldn't make it.
Yep.
His paper, which I got to read for him, standing in as my hero, Bill Ellis, was the best thing
Oh, that's
I've seen
awesome.
so far. Yeah. Even though I didn't really see him, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. We have a chat question? Anybody in chat got questions?
Not really. Saying things were dope. It was a great answer.
Great. It was a great answer, I'm telling you.
We do. Little Frog Cars has asked favorite Russian science fiction book.
Do you have a favorite Russian sci-fi book?
Oh my God. Well, it has to be something by the Strugatskys. They're the classics. But it's hard to narrow it down to one book. So anything by the Strugatsky brothers is good.
Do you have? Oh yeah, I have a follow-up to Jim. Do you have any strong opinions about Aspic?
I have really strong opinions about aspic because the Russians adore aspic, and it gets served a lot. And there's a dish called холодец, which is aspic with pork in it, pork strands, that you're supposed to eat with horseradish and or mustard.
The crowd is making some hilarious faces.
No, I never needed to hear the phrase pork strand.
Pork strand.
It's like
Hear it
shredded
again.
pork, you know, like
Stephen
pulled
King's
pork.
The Pork Strand. It's my favorite Stephen King book.
Eldrinner has said Perils of Fieldwork.
Perils of Field. Yeah.
There are perils. That's one of them. And so I was staying at a friend in Moscow's apartment.
Yeah.
And she had made холодец, and of course you have to make it in quantity, and there were only 2 people in the family. And so when I arrived as the guest, she said, we need to finish this холодец, which I won't eat when it's fresh. And she said, it's really almost bad, so you got to eat it now. You're really not convincing me that this is what I need to do. And I managed to withstand the pressure and not consume any of the pork.
Frog Car has
Strand.
said that Pork Strands is the name of a Primus cover band.
Oh,
Yes.
Primus cover band, Pork Strands, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, that's a question, Jim.
Yay.
From the audience.
So, many years ago in 2004, I did a 3-week seminar with you on
Yes.
ritual
You did.
coronations in Russia.
Uh-huh.
The quote-unquote heir to the Romanov throne got married in St. Petersburg a few weeks ago. Did you hear about this?
Of course I did.
What's your hot take on it?
Hot take about the heir to the Romanovs getting married.
It was a beautiful wedding. I was very excited that there was once again a wedding. But he married an Italian.
Oh, no.
Change your name.
I know, but it was a little disconcerting.
I'd say.
She's not Italian anymore. Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's the thing about Italians never cease. I can speak from experience. Italians never cease being Italian. Okay, no matter how hard you try.
How far away you
Yeah,
get.
how far away you get.
So, not that he's ever going to accede to the throne, I don't think. So,
Fair. Also, his claim is dubious.
Yeah.
at best.
Yes.
But, the claim of the Romanovs at all is
He thinks
dubious.
Yeah.
Since it was likely that at some point one of them was not legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, Root is commenting that you had that phone case that said, I am Italian, I cannot keep calm.
Yes, I had that the British keep calm and carry on, but it was I am Italian, I can't keep calm. Yes. So, hello. If this isn't true. All right, I think
right.
everybody drop ladders in chat. You drop all the emotes you got. Give us some GGs. But yeah, job well done. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
And a good rest of the conference.
Thank you.
I lowered the mic 'cause it keeps covering the guests' faces.
Oh, it is?
know,
I was
I'm worried
wondering.
about